We are here with the Dream, Diego Sanchez, who's got a very tough fight Saturday night, UFC 166. He has taken on Gilbert Melendez. Before we get to your opponent, there have been some struggles that you went through to get here today. Can you talk a little bit about that? Because you talked about now everything is perfect, but it wasn't before you got here.
Well, like any other fighter, you go through challenges in your career, and I've had my ups and my downs with my personal life, and came out of that valley and up back to the mountain top. But the thing is, I had some injuries that I was going through, and every fighter goes through them. But you know, sometimes they set you back. And 2011 and 12 were just it was a little rough patch for 2 years, and it took some time to heal and totally recover. And I had to get a surgery that I was big time avoiding for a couple years, and didn't want to ever get no surgeries, but I had to get a surgery. And you know what, the thing is that's amazing is the body is very resilient, and God is good, and I've made a full recovery, and with that recovery I've been able to get back to my training the way I used to, like out in the mountains, running 5 miles. Before I had my knees were bothering me, and my shoulder was bothering me. I couldn't box the way I wanted to box. I couldn't work my striking the way I wanted to work my striking. And so now I'm back to 100% and working and training out of the best gym in the world. And I feel that everything's going to come together on Saturday night.
And of course, working with Jackson Winklejohn, there's going to be a specific game plan for Gilbert Melendez. Talk about first being offered the fight, accepting the fight, and getting ready for a guy that many consider who should have been the champ. He potentially beat Ben Henderson.
I feel that he is the uncrowned champion. Aside from that loss to Benson Henderson, he avenged his other 2 losses, and I feel he's a better fighter than Anthony Pettis, and I feel like I'm fighting a title fight. And the moment that I got this fight, I took it as if I was fighting for the world championship, and in a sense, I'm fighting for the notability and the legitimacy to get in there and be one of the best in the world.
With that being said, then, what is your perfect fight on Saturday night? We all know the win. The win is the most important. But if you could script a perfect fight that would get Joe Silva and Dana White to say, whoa, 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 maybe this guy does deserve a title shot, what would it be?
The perfect fight would be to go out there and dominate and fight a good fight and finish him, late in the second, early in the third.
Diego, as always, thank you very much for your time.
Thank you.
There he is, the Dream, taking on Gilbert Melendez, El Nino, Saturday night, UFC 166 at the Toyota Center in Houston, Texas.